See? Well, good evening and welcome. We are pretty excited to share with you a little bit about our customer engagement initiative this evening, and we really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us and learn a little bit more. So we have some really exciting changes that are coming in the next few months that we want to introduce you to, and that is our customer engagement initiative. We've known for a while that our national membership climate has changed for the worse. Across the country, we've found that a large part of this decline is due to the challenges that you, our volunteers, are facing. Christy, will you change it to the next slide for me, please?
I apologize. I have been, but it's on pause, so you didn't see it.
So we've still not created a simple, modern onboarding experience for volunteers that balances the need for security and training with the convenience of a seamless online experience. National research shows that we are one of the most demanding organizations to volunteer for, requiring an average time commitment 3 times larger than other nonprofit organizations. We realize how much our troop leaders put in with these girls. And even though we've made strides in putting resources at the fingertips of our volunteers, it's still not enough. And it's still not in the areas that our new volunteers need resources the most, which is planning and preparing for meetings. Just the process of onboarding has led to a decline in membership. When a volunteer starts the process to volunteer, there are a lot of hoops to jump through before they actually get to experience interacting with girls. Most of these steps occur online. You'll see that in about the first 4 steps. But there are still 2 problems. At every point in this process, there's a potential stopping point that can require staff intervention and delay the onboarding process. So, for example, a volunteer can abandon the application before moving on to the online background check, or a training may not be scheduled in the area for a few weeks. The second problem is that these steps don't always occur in this order. A volunteer can attend an event and be grouped together in a troop and purchase their membership before ever completing the application or background check. So the volunteer ends up feeling bounced around. This frustrating process is very similar for girls and parents. When a girl is interested in joining Girl Scouts, she can attend a local recruitment event that was advertised through her school or find us online. At the event, girls may be grouped together in a troop, given a troop number by their service area, and even find a leader in one of the girls' parents or another adult that is attending that recruitment event. When a girl finds us online, she can purchase her membership, find and register for any of our programs, and even purchase her starter kit with a uniform and a journey book. But these 2 avenues don't talk to each other. Most of the time, our staff and service area volunteers are the link between what happens at an event and what needs to happen online. But still, most of the time, the girls are bounced around between the 2 processes. So we simply cannot continue operating this way. For the past several years, we've been trying to move the needle by making small changes, but it hasn't worked completely. And our numbers tell the story. Nationally, we are about to pass the 1 million member mark. Since 2007, we've seen a steady decrease in total annual membership, and that trend projects that we'll lose 1.5 million total members by 2020. So this is girls and adults combined nationally. And at our council, we've seen both increases and decreases. Our rate of loss is about equal to the national scale. However, we had a small increase last year, so we're looking better than those national numbers. But we also have to make some changes on how we do things so we can keep that upward momentum. So let's talk a little bit about what that's going to look like. So with the loss of girls, we have to do something different. You can go on to the next slide, Christy. Thanks. So we need to keep up with the speed of girls. Our support of girls starts when they enter the organization. Most of the time, through your efforts, the experience of finding a troop and becoming a member should be seamless, consistent, and in line with modern digital experiences. Think of it like buying a book from Target. It's always a consistent, seamless experience when you shop online. This new onboarding process and digital support materials are supported by best-in-class technology, and it's already been tested by most of the councils around the country. So we're one of the last to get this, so they've figured out a lot of the bugs. So let's take a really high-speed look at what the new onboarding process will look like. And because technology is never on our side, I'm not going to do a live demo tonight, but I will show you a step-by-step of what it's going to look like to join as a girl. So imagine we're at a recruitment event with girls, a parent night, and when they're ready to sign up, they can simply visit our website, which has the easy-to-find navigation to join right on the homepage. And that will look the same that it's always looked. You can go to the next slide, thank you. So there's the join button and the get started. That's the same. So that will be seamless. So when the parent begins to register, instead of right now the long 6-step process where they have to create an adult account, and then add a girl, then buy a membership, we've narrowed that process to 10 fields on one form. You'll also see at the top what we call a breadcrumb, a snapshot of what step they're on and where they have to go. So what you're looking at right now is the Get Started form, and that's in green at the top of that screen. Next, the girl will be invited to get involved by finding a troop. So if you're hosting a recruitment night at a school with a troop, you can offer that troop number for the girls to use in the field on the left. If a girl wants to find a troop just near her zip code, then they can use the field on the right and put in their zip code and the radio and her grade. So this is the troop opportunity catalog. The parent will be able to see the troop number, how many spots are open in that troop, a short description about the troop, the grade levels that the troop serves, the days and the times that the troop meets. The parent will be able to see a general location of the troop meeting, and at our council, we're not going to be listing the exact address of the troop meeting location for safety reasons. We're also able to list if there are any open positions for volunteer opportunities with the troop. And if your troop is listed and a parent chooses a spot in your troop for their daughter, the leader will be automatically sent an email with the contact information of the new girl. So the leader is notified automatically. So if you've not completed your survey that we've been sending out over the last few weeks, to tell us about your troop and if you would like to be in the opportunity catalog, please do that as quick as you can by the end of this week if possible, because we're starting to build that now. So when the girl finds a troop that will work for her, she joins. So in one form, we capture everything we need for the girl's membership, and again, eliminating multiple steps with unnecessary screens. And that's the whole onboarding process for a girl. So I'm going to turn it over to Dee Dee Rivers, and she'll walk you through joining for volunteers.
Thank you, Tiffany. For volunteers, we have a very similar process.
It's very easy to follow. You simply need to locate the easy to find button on the new homepage, or it's our current homepage, I should say, to get started. To get started, a volunteer enters even less information than girls. We collect 6 key pieces of information and move on to get involved. Just like girls find a troop, volunteers find a volunteer position. So, if a parent raises their hand at a recruitment night to become a troop leader, the recruitment volunteer or staff instructs them to find the troop leader position for that specific troop in the catalog using the field to the left. As you can see, it says title and it says troop leader. Then, they seal the deal and purchase their membership. They'll offer the additional information we need to create a membership, like date of birth. Then the volunteer will check out and enter their billing information. After entering billing information, the volunteer will seamlessly move into our background check process to quickly get approved. Next, volunteers watch the Girl Scouts welcome video that offers a high-level overview of our program. They answer a few easy questions to ensure they watch the entire 3-minute video and will automatically receive a login to MyGS. Once they enter MyGS, they will be prompted to change their password. And once you get into MyGS, that is what opens us up to the whole world of the Volunteer Toolkit, which we affectionately call VTK. So let me share some things with you about the Volunteer Toolkit. As you can see on the screen in front of you, all the way over to the right-hand side, there is a section in the tab that is listed for MyGS. It is lit in yellow, and as soon as we go live on this new system, our customers and volunteers will be able to see the MyGS tab. This, of course, like I said, is where you will get access to the much-anticipated Volunteer Toolkit. This toolkit is solving 3 of the huge challenges that we've heard about from volunteers. It includes easy-to-use year planners for troop leaders that come complete with weekly meeting ideas that progress through the journey. They include detailed instructions like a materials list. It's also complete with a robust resources section that makes finding the forms and documents volunteers use most easier than ever. MyGS also makes managing your troops easier than ever. Leaders have definitely seen improvements in working with rosters and girl memberships with eBiz, but you are going to love the ease of working with troops in here. When a volunteer first logs on, you'll be invited to select your grade level and the journey you like to work on. Unfortunately, at this time, the Volunteer Toolkit year plan is only built out for troops in K-5. But do not fret. The year plans for grades 6 through 12 will be rolling out very soon. And if you as a volunteer have more than one troop, you'll be able to see and click in here and see all of your troops through the VTK. When a leader selects a journey, their year plan is automatically populated with the meetings that will walk troops through that particular journey. If we were in a live demo now and we were to click on a meeting, we'd see the meeting synopsis, the downloadable resources to use at the meeting or in preparation, and even scripts for conducting the meeting. Everything a new troop leader or our very busy seasoned volunteers need, right there at your fingertips. Now, placing actual dates and locations on those meeting plans is super easy. You simply find the meeting plan locations and enter your meeting dates. You can also exclude meetings or major holidays, and then you can add your locations. For the first time ever, we acknowledge that troops may occasionally need to meet in more than one location during the year. Troops can indicate where they'll be meeting and for which dates.
This is great. This enhancement is wonderful because our troop leaders will now be able to email meeting information straight from the VTK to all of your parents. It is also great, too, because parents will have the ability to be able to view what's happening with the meeting, like the locations and some of the things that the girls are working on in the troop. We also recognize that troops do a little more than just the activities in a journey book. If a troop plans to attend a different event, like one with a surface area or a local community event, you can easily add that to your year plan. In the next tab, you can see how troops can also add or select to add activities that are on the GSHC calendar. A leader simply searches the calendar by program levels and categories, then selects an activity to insert into their year plan. Last but certainly not least, we are making a huge upgrade to finding forms and resources. A robust search engine has been built into MyGS that not only makes finding what you're looking for about 1 million times faster, but you can add that document as a resource onto your meeting plan. Imagine when a Daisy troop is learning Girl Scout traditions and needs a copy of the Girl Scout Promise. You can search for the document and insert it as a resource into your meeting plan. Or imagine your troop is gearing up for a trip and you need permission slips for your parents. Just search for the document and add it to your meeting plan. Obviously, these are monumental changes for Girl Scouts. For the first time ever, joining our organization can happen in one seamless online experience in conjunction with their in-person recruitment event, because the entire thing has been optimized for mobile devices. So your smartphones, your iPads, your tablets, you can use this everywhere. Every step from filling out an interest form to finding a troop to purchasing a membership happens without ever leaving the site. And the Volunteer Toolkit is simply a game changer. Finally, we have every single thing that a troop leader needs to get going at their fingertips. More importantly, this process will be consistent, not only across our entire council for all girls and parents, but is the same process for the entire country. We're freeing up time for you to do the important stuff, like having fun with your girls in Girl Scouting. Just a few things I want to just mention to you all before we conclude this introduction to CEI for you. If you currently go on our website at www.gshc.com, you will see, click on the Volunteer Resources tab, and when you click up under there, you're going to be able to see that we do have some links for you to watch a video about the VTK. It's kind of a live action demo about the VTK. So that'll give you a little bit more information. Thank you so much for attending this, and we will be more than happy to answer any questions that you